Hi guys, how are you? I'm Maria and today I want to introduce you to my makeup collection, my minimalistic makeup collection, whereby I think I have accumulated a lot. Since I declared myself a minimalist, I want to basically take stock and inventory and then update you throughout the year how I am going, how many products have I finished up, how many products have I decluttered, given away, thrown away, whatever, what have I bought new. And yeah, let's just get started. I will show you here a little table that I created on Google Sheets, and I did a little count of all my products. And I also have another table where I actually wrote down each product and when I bought it, and then I'm planning to write down the month when I finished it. So I actually have like an overview of what I have. And if I misplace products, I can go back to this table and be like, where is this blush or whatever. I will go from A to Z, and my first product category is blushes. In this category, I got 3. I have got the MAC Go Play Blush, best blush on earth. I bought it around July 2021 and I have been using it ever since, every day. Best blush ever. It's kind of a cream to powder formula. You can put it on a set base, not set base, whatever you want. And the color is Blush Please. The second blush I have is MAC Gingerly. This is just a normal powder product, but I really haven't used it. I'm not too much into powder blushes. I have bought this a couple years ago and I don't know why, but I have literally stopped using it. I don't know why. I feel like it's time to declutter, but every time I look at it, I'm like, nah, let's keep it just a little longer. Maybe I will use it again. And the third blush is, I have depotted it from the Urban Decay Backtalk palette, and this is the blush Double Take. It's very pigmented, you don't need much of it, so I feel like I'm gonna take this blush to my grave unless I declutter it one day. But if I go for a powder blush, this is the blush I usually use. The next category is bronzers, and here I have also 3. I have a powder blush, that's the Ambient Lightening Bronzer in Diffuse Bronze Light from Hourglass. I bought this in February 2019. This is the progress for it. It's getting there. I still like it a lot. When I feel like a powder bronzer, at least I have an option. Once it's gone though, I don't know if I'm gonna buy another powder bronzer. The second bronzer I got is the Milk Makeup Matte Bronze Stick, and I have barely scratched the surface. This product I've got in December 2019 and it's going very slow. You can use it every day and you really not. I haven't even like twisted it out yet. I think this is also one to go to the grave with me. And the third one is actually a contour wand, but I treat it like a bronzer, and that's the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand. This is a new product to my collection. Charlotte Tilbury came to Australia just recently to the shops, as we could buy it online, but in the shops, and I really wanted to swatch it before I commit to anything. And yeah, it's a good bronzer. It's very easy to use. It's darker obviously than this, and this one is warmer as well, but I really like this one. The next product category are brows. In here I have technically 3, but I have a backup. So one is my Anastasia Dip Brow in Auburn. I don't know when I bought it, probably sometimes mid 2020. It's going slow. I don't need much. My hair is like naturally light, so I don't need to like pack on a lot of. The second product I have here is the Soap Brow. I don't use it that often as well, as most for special occasions, so these 2 products are definitely here to stay for a while in my collection. And the third and theoretically 4th product in my collection is the MCO Beauty Brow Pencil in light medium. It's just a normal brow pencil with a spoolie. I use this on a daily basis when I just need a bit color in my eyebrows. I always buy it on special. It's roughly $7. I never pay more than $7-8 for this one. Very recommended. The next product category is eyeliners, and here I have as well, technically 4, but in reality 5. Basically, one is the Morphe eyeliner pencil in the color Dimmer. It's a brown, and I like to use it to highlight my outer V, like just underline it. Then I have got the L'Oreal's Coke Gel, just a normal black pencil to tight line, or also use it in the outer V. And I also have a flesh colored one. I bought the flesh colored one mostly for my waterline, but I might start using it as an eye primer once my other eye primer-ish eyeshadow is finished. And of course, I also own a liquid eyeliner. This is the Maybelline Hyper Easy in just black. It's a brush tip applicator, best eyeliner I have ever tried, and I have a backup for it because always an open one and a new one. As soon as I open the next one, I'll buy a new one. Next product category are concealers, and I count under eye brightness or under eye correctors as concealers as well, just to make it easy on me. I don't have too many products, so might as well then sit down. We'll start with my least favorite one, and that's the Fenty Bright Fix. I said in my other video, all products I bought in 2021, that I thought it's a concealer. It's not, it's a brightener, and I don't like it. It doesn't do much for me, but I will try use it up to my best ability. Then new product to me is the Shiseido Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Concealer. And this is basically a replacement to my concealer that I will mention next, because that's finishing up. Jessica Brown raves about it, so I bought it off the back of her recommendation. It's alright, it's nothing special, but nothing bad either. My absolute favorite concealer is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in Vanilla. It's almost done. I'll be very sad when it's gone, but I'm also looking very forward finishing this up. And the last product is unfortunately discontinued. That's the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. I love this product. It really does a good job. This is a really, really nice product as well, which I will probably take to my grave because there's a lot of product in there and you don't need much. Next category is eyeshadows, and technically I have 3 if you count them as single eyeshadows. But obviously I have eyeshadow palettes that I have decluttered and I put into my Z palette, but I don't count them all separately. Once one is done, then it's done and I'll have to move on. But this is actually every eyeshadow I need in my life, and they all suit me and I love them, and this is basically the end to this eyeshadows. So the other 3 that I want to talk about is, one is the Hourglass Scattered Light in Smoke. Again, a product that I will take to my grave because it's a lot and you really don't need much of this unless you use it every day, but it's really strong sparkle and I don't need a really strong sparkle every day, especially I'm working from home most days. Most days I have just a simple makeup look like what I'm wearing today. The other one is the Mecca Maxima Single Shadow in Y2K. I am a 90s kid. I was born in the 80s. I love this kind of eyeshadows. I mix it up with eyeshadows in my eyeshadow palette and they complement very well each other. There's a lot of product in there as well, so this will stay with me for a long time unless I declutter it. And the last product in the eyeshadow category is actually an eyeshadow stick, which I use as an eyeshadow primer. Technically, it's a eyeshadow stick. Next category are foundations, and I feel like with foundations I'm a bit in a pickle because I really don't use much foundation lately. I like to just put concealer on, a bit of powder, and off I go. So I don't know when I actually will use up my foundations. So I've got 3. I got the NARS Sheer Glow and I got the Misha BB Cream. These 2 I mixed together. This is like a neutral rosy-ish tone and this is more like a grayish tone, and the concoction of this just creates my perfect foundation tone, but it's also heavier coverage, so I will use this mostly for either days I go to work, physically to work, or I go on special occasions. I have like a little tube here where I mix it up. So this is my perfect foundation. There's not too much in. The Misha is half empty, so the Misha sits around here. And this one, I used to store it upright. I think it sits around here. So there's not too much in those two left, but I haven't really used it. And another foundation, which is technically a tinted moisturizer, is the NARS tinted moisturizer. I reach for this one more often than for the other two because it's just to, you know, even out your skin tone. I wake up with red blotches on my face, which I like to just cover up sometimes a bit more than with just the powder. I wear the shade Finland Light 1. We've got 3 categories left, and the next category is highlighters. I've got 5. Why do I have 5 highlighters? I don't know. I will start with the one that is in my Z palette, and that's Party Foul from the Urban Decay Backtalk palette. Man, I love this highlighter. I don't know what I'm gonna do when it's finished because it doesn't emphasize texture. It's not like crazy out there, and I can also put it like over my blush to make my blush glowy, which is very subtle, but it's very, very beautiful. So I don't know what I'm gonna do once this finishes up because I will be very sad. I need to find a replacement for this. The other highlighter that I've got was a gift from a friend for Christmas in December 2019, and this is the Givenchy 10 Couture Shimmer Powder in 02 Shimmer Gold. It's not technically my color. It's a bit too golden for my skin tone. It's a bit too dark, but it's alright. Sometimes I just like to put it on slightly, but I have to use very, very little because it's a bit too dark for me. Another highlighter that I shouldn't have bought, but did anyway, is the Balm Mary Lou Luminizer. I bought it for nostalgic reasons. I've mentioned this now a couple of times. I don't like it as much anymore. I might declutter it. I look at it, I'm like, oh, should keep it a little longer, but then I never use it. Next one is a liquid highlighter, and that's the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless. I store it upright. I think it might be somewhere here or here. I don't know. You really can't see through the bottle how much is left, but I use it again on days like this. I don't wear anything else today except for this one and my blush and a bit of concealer. So for days like where I'm just at home doing nothing, this is the perfect product. Or sometimes when I want a really glowy looking skin, I mix this with my foundation, but be careful, it can get really, really glowy. And my absolute favorite highlighter is the Becca X Hatice Schmidt Berlin Gold Glow. I got this in January 2019. It was a hustle to get it. It's a limited edition and this doesn't exist anymore. Once it's gone, I'll be very sad, but it is what it is. This is the other highlighter that I use apart from this one on a regular basis. Second last category is lip products. I will categorize them just a little bit. So I've got 3 lipsticks. 2 are the NARS Velvet Matte in Dragon Girl and Damned. These 2 are my most used ones. I really like Dragon Girl. This is my second or third Dragon Girl. Obviously with masks and stuff, I don't really wear lipsticks much at the moment, but if I go for a lipstick, it's usually these 2. And the other one is the Peach Sea in Retro Peach, which is a very bright orangey matte lipstick, which I already promised a friend. I've disinfected it and I'm gonna give it to my friend because I think it will suit her better than me. Theoretically, instead of 3 lipsticks, I have 2. What you don't do to minimize your collection. I have a tinted lip oil. I literally haven't used it in a really long time. This is the Mega Max tinted lip oil in nude. Again, I haven't really used it. I might declutter this one as well. It's coming to almost 2 years now as well. And then I have 4 lip balms. One is the Sun Balm, which just lives in my handbag, and when I feel like on the go my lips are dry, this is what I use. The other one is the Nude Sticks. It's a lip and cheek balm. I mostly use it on my lips. It really desperately needs sharpening. I usually use it to film videos to give my lips a little bit of color. And the other 2 lip balms are on my bedside table. One is the Tatcha Kissu lip mask, which is almost done. A couple uses left. I used it almost every night. Also comes almost close to 2 years that I bought this one. It takes you a long time. Used to use this product up. It's expensive, there's not too much in it, but it works and it lasts. And the last product is new to me. I just bought it. That's the Lanolips 101 ointment. That's basically a replacement for the Tatcha, but at the moment I use them interchangeably, so theoretically I should use this up before I start this one. Okay, and my last category is powders, and I only got 2 powders at any one time, or like theoretically I tried to have only one. One is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish. We have a massive pan in here. I'm finishing it up. I'm basically forcing myself to use this over the other powder just to finish it up and get rid of it. This is also coming to 2 years of being in my collection, and it's time to go. And I bought the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Light Plus just recently as a replacement for the Charlotte Tilbury. What I like about this one is as well, it gives you more coverage. So if you apply it with a more denser brush, like something like Don Kabuki brush, you can actually work it in that it looks more like a foundation, but it's very powdery. If you don't mind that powdery look, it can work as a powder foundation-ish. I've got mascaras. I got 3. I have got the Falsies Lash Lift from Maybelline, and I've got the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, and I've got a replacement for this one already. However, this is not open yet, so once this is finished, which will be soon, I'll be opening this. Same as with eyeliners, I always have one open and one backup. I just bought this one off recommendation from Kat from Kitchenage because she raves about it and I really want to try it. So this is gonna be opening up next. That's it. That's all my makeup inventory. It feels a lot, but it's not. But I'm actually quite happy with all the products I own. I don't need anything else. The only thing I'm literally on the lookout for is a nude lipstick and maybe the ultimate quad for eyeshadows, brown cool tone pouring eyeshadows that I can just, you know, take traveling with me whenever we will go traveling again, because the big eyeshadow Z palette is a little bit big. Anyway, if you like my video, please give me a like and consider subscribing so you don't miss any other video of mine. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.